Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Lisa's Coloring Corner. I just recently received the 120 set of the Castle Art Premium Colored Pencils. Now, I myself love watching swatching videos, and I know I've seen many comments from many of you in the past that you love swatching videos too. So seeing as how I was going to swatch these out anyhow, I thought I would do them on camera. So they come in this really nice tin. On the back is are all of the colors that come in this set. And when you open it up, and I did have problems getting this open, it is a hinged lid, so that's nice. Comes with a foam piece that goes on top of the top tray. There are 1, 2, and 3 layers of pencils. Okay, so what I did, I have not tested these out at all. I wanted to do that on camera so that I had a real accurate representation of what my first impressions are of these pencils. I just hand wrote out a color chart with the number of the pencil because, and I guess just looking at these pencils, this is the first kind of negative about the pencil. There is a color number on the barrel with the representation of the color of the lead, but there is no color names to these pencils. So what I did for the color chart is I just wrote the numbers in the first column. When I actually do my finalized color chart, there will not be the 2 columns here because there's no color name to write in this column. So I will be updating the finalized version of this when I get the pencils in the order that I want them to. And that's the only thing that I did with these pencils is I went through the 3 trays, tried to get them into some semblance of order just so I had the different colors together. So I have my yellows, my oranges, reds, pink, purples, etc. I know I do not have them each in the correct order within that color, and of course that's what the swatching out is for. So let's get to the swatching, and I think I'll put the case over here so my arm isn't going in front of you guys all the time, and I will zoom you in a little. I hope you'll find this interesting. Like I said, I know some of you don't like swatching videos, and that's fine. The first one is 072, and that's just white. Okay, no use really swatching that one out. The next one is 073, and this looks kind of like an ivory, and they are actually quite soft. Yes, of course, not as buttery soft as Prismacolor, but they're not bad. 002, especially for a budget-friendly pencil. Okay. Here we have 003, and I'm not sure what their ordering, their number system is on their pencils. But here's 003. A lot of pale colors like your ivories, creams, eggshell. 001. Let's get these a little out of my way here. So a real pale yellow. And 00, oh, I got that written down wrong. I must have switched these around. Okay, because this is 009, so we'll swatch it down here. Good thing I looked. I think I switched them around a little bit in the tin after I wrote this out, so I'll have to make sure I have the correct number. 007. See, yes, I did rearrange these. And I'm pushing down with medium to hard pressure just so I can really see what the color is like. Here is 009. Wait a minute. Do I have two 009s? 007, unless I grabbed... No, 001. Okay, I must have grabbed the wrong one. 008, yes, okay. So this is 008. More on the peachy side. Kind of a good skin tone. Am I zoomed in enough for you guys? Maybe a little closer, huh? There we go. Okay, so that was, let me see where I was. 008, okay. Then we have 075. So that is the next one down here. Must have brought these three colors up from down farther. 074. Looks like a nice skin tone according to this. We'll see how accurate those colors are. Okay, a little bit darker than what the tip is, but that could be used for a skin tone. 019. That's another thing about these is I find with the silver numbers on here, they're kind of hard to read unless you turn them just the right way. So here's 019, a little bit darker of a flesh tone. That's nice. And then we have 020. Okay, this one's gonna have to go before that one because it's kind of in between, but another nice flush tone. And 018. And Bella's going crazy. Oh, and here's even a darker skin tone. Nice. Okay, then we start getting into the yellow oranges. So I don't know what I have up here. Unless I brought up some of what I had down with the browns and they were lighter and I wanted them up here. I don't know. We'll find out. 079. That's a nice orange. I wrote this out late at night last night, so heaven only knows. Okay, 017. Very similar to 079, isn't it? Maybe just a hair lighter than that, but very similar. Let me adjust my chair so I'm kind of coloring at the correct angle. I wanted to leave this kind of straight for you guys for recording, but I'm kind of coloring at a weird angle then. Here is 014. There's a nice red. And we have 078. Oh, that's definitely gonna have to go up higher, but look at how dark it looks. So that's definitely not representative of what the color actually is. That one's way off. Which kind of always throws me for a loop, you know, when you're looking for a specific color, when you're coloring something, and you have no idea, kind of like some of your budget-friendly markers, you're looking for, say, a yellow, and it actually has more of a green cap to it. It's like, it takes you forever to find that color. 016. Another nice red, kind of a more orangey red. 015. Now that I moved my chair over, I can't find where to be in camera here. A little bit darker of an orangey red. Then we have 023. Much darker red. They are actually quite nice. I do like them. 022. Now that's a very similar color too. Again, maybe just a hair lighter. A little bit of a different tone. Now we're going to be going into the pinks. 021 kind of looks like a coral color. And yeah, that's pretty much what it is. And next is the pink. So we have 082. Doesn't this look pretty? I hope it is that shade, and it is. That's pretty. I like that. So far, I'm liking the colors in this set. 083. Oh, that's pretty too. You tell I like pinks. 081. I know I have in the past. That's a pretty like carnation pink. I had a couple of other sets that did not have color names, and I actually went through my Prismacolor set and my Polychromo set, and I gave each color a name, and I may do that for this too. 033. Just so I can kind of identify them a little bit better. Again, very close, but a little bit darker maybe. 084. Oh, that's pretty too. I like that. 034. Lot of lighter pinks. Wow. Which is fine with me. It's one of my favorite colors, but may not be yours. 080. Looks very similar, doesn't it? All right, let's go up to the next column. And we have 032. Okay, now we're getting into the darker pinks. And we have 085. More of a magenta or a process red. And 031. Again, very similar to that one. A little bit darker. and 027. Very deep wine red. Then we start getting into some purples, my favorite. 093. Pretty lavender or lilac color. 035. Ooh, love that. I'm going to say that for every single purple color in here, right? All right, 036. Kind of like a Parma violet, maybe. Zero 90. Or that one, maybe. Very pretty. And that is the first tray. Pardon my arm. Let's go to the second tray. Now, I did get some of these out of order. Kind of went back to the pinks a little bit. So, rather than reordering everything, I thought, well, I'm just going to go on with the swatching and reorder them when I number them. 024. So here's another red, which is a nice true red after all these orange reds over here. This is about the closest one that we had. So this one is a little on the pink side, but it's a pretty good red. And we have 087. All right, and then, all right, get the next one, Lisa. Here we go. 030. Oh, that's pretty. And continuing on with these purples, 029. Just a little darker, that would make a good blend. 089. Another one that's real similar. Don't like it when, you know, they may be a hair off. This is maybe just a hair darker than that one. But they're so similar. I wish, you know, some of these sets you see that. Same with the markers. And you wish that they would add certain colors, which I guess we'll see once we're done swatching all of them. 088. Okay, kind of in that same color family. Whoops. 037. Okay, so yeah, this will go up here with these. And 092. So you can see on each pencil on this side, it does say Castle Art Supplies, and then it does say Soft Series. So 092. Zero 28. Darker purple. Whoops. This one looked pinker again, 086, but yet the lead was so dark, so I don't know if just it's going to be a, you know, real deep color. Okay, not super deep. Okay, probably just, you know, tad lighter than this, so it'll probably go up with that one. And another purple, 091. All right, and we start in with the blues. 094. That's pretty, pretty sky blue. Then we have 101. Oh, look at that pretty aqua. Love it. And we have 048. Very pretty. And we have 100. Another pretty blue. Lot of blues and greens in this set, which I know many of us like. 099. Most of the time they don't have enough skin tones for us though, right? Okay, just a tad darker than that one. And 098. Kind of getting into the Cerulean Blues. And 047. Oh, these are so pretty. 097. Let me get this other tray out of the way so I can push my paper up. Ah, yes. But they are real similar, aren't they? Just a little bit of a tint off, a shade or two. Here is 096. And 046. $0.95. $0.44. Getting into a little bit darker of blues now, kind of like a denim blue. $0.41. All right, we are done with this first sheet. Let's go on to the second one. Where did I leave off? Right here, I believe. Yes, 0.43. Put this sheet underneath so I'm not just coloring on my hard desk. I like to have a sheet of paper underneath so it colors more smoothly. 0.49. Here's a real on the kind of on the teal side, but not dark enough to be teal. And 105. Here we're getting darker. Oh, those are pretty. 050. It's a greener one. Most of these are, you know, the color on here, pretty close representation of the color. But yeah, there were a couple of them that were pretty off, especially that one that I showed you and pointed out. Here we have a 103. And some darker blues again. Kind of looks like a violet blue on here. 038. Very purplish. Probably like an ultramarine. Zero 40. Kind of a violet blue. And we have a 045. And this one looked a little odd to me. It kind of looks like a bluish gray, sort of. So I'm kind of curious to see how this colors. 104. Yeah, it's almost like a steel gray. Would be nice for shading. So I'll probably put that down with the grays. 042. The last blue is 039. And again, very much on the purple side. So that to me is not a true representation of that color either. It is, I guess, on the purplish side, but well, yeah, little bit darker than what the true color is. Then we get into the greens. 061. Now these are kind of hard to see. The brighter the paint, the harder the number is to read. And when I was doing these last night, it was really hard to see in the lighting that I had, so I really had to turn them to see the numbers. Beautiful, bright spring green. Or chartreuse, yellow chartreuse. And 060, again, hard to read. Another pretty green. 111. Okay, to me, that one is not, you know, this is much darker than what comes out. This, the color looks real mint green, but yet the lead didn't, you know, kind of, but it looks darker to me. Yeah. Not quite as light as what the cap shows. And we have a 059. This seems more representative of the color. Well, maybe not quite, but... Oh, must have something underneath the paper there. Okay, and that is the end of the second tray. Let's start with the third and final tray. Oops. Okay, we have 108. This too looks like a pretty mint green. And this is closer to the lighter mint green. And we have 107. Very similar. These two colors are very similar. Hard to get these pencils out of this bottom tray. 106. You know, some of these that are in between blues and greens, it's like, where should I put that? Then we have 058. It's a pretty green. And we have some that look kind of on the olive side. 076. That's kind of almost like an ochre, huh? One, 1, 2. And we have 062. Oh, these two would make a nice blend. Yes. And, whoa, I'm getting them out of order. Yeah, I'm having a problem with this bottom tray. And we have a 110. Another pretty green. .056. A little bit darker. Come out. Alrighty, 055. Again, very similar. Not according to the color on the pencil itself, but when you lay them down, they're pretty similar. 057. Okay, that one's different. That's a nice regular green. And 113. More on the olive green side again, so these two will go together nice. And we have some turquoises. Let's go up to the top. We have 051. Let's get my papers together here. Oh, I love that. Now we're getting more to the teals. And 102. Now into some darker greens. 053. .054. Oh, nice. And 052. Really some deep greens. Yeah, I guess that's pretty close. Okay, come on, there. 063. To me, that one's off quite a bit. The pencil looks quite a bit lighter than what it actually colors. Then here is a lighter, kind of a sage green, 064. Ooh, but definitely colors much darker. That is another one that's really off. This looks much brighter on camera than what it does in real life. It is quite dark. Let me see if I can tone this down just a hair. Oh boy, we went really bright. Okay. It still is much brighter. Well, let's leave it there. Because, yeah, it's actually quite a bit darker than what the pencil shows. Okay, now we are getting into some of the light browns, and I'm suspecting this is where I possibly put some up by the yellows. 010. Either that or I skipped some in the tray, which is possible. 010. Here we go with the ochres. We will have to look back in that first tray then. 077. Because it does look like these are still going in order. So looks like I missed some. And 011. I had to have missed some because there are no more in this tray that I'm looking at that would go up by the yellows. So had to have missed those three somewhere. 012. Getting into like a terracotta. And 013. Now this looked real orange to me, but yet the pencil itself looked like it would belong more into the brown. So that's why I put it down here. So we'll see what it comes out like. Well, it is lighter than what I thought it was going to be. So I'll have to decide if I want that up by, you know, it's kind of like a pumpkin orange then, so that may go up by the oranges. Then we have 025. Again, it looked like a deep red, but wasn't sure if it belonged with the browns. Okay, that's kind of a toss-up. Because I know sometimes we keep this down with the browns, like or it could be like a brick red. So I'll have to see where I want to put that. 115. Okay. And 070. And 026. That's a pretty brown. One, 114. Some of these may be able to be used for your darker skin tones. 069. So I've been kind of watching for that too. And that possibly. Then we'll have 116, a little bit lighter. I'm not sure why I have it way down here. Because it's not quite as light as what the pencil shows. That is not a real good match either. Again, this is looking lighter on camera than it is in real life. And 117. Nice chocolate brown. The last brown is a deep, deep brown. 068. Okay, kind of similar, but a little bit different. Maybe an espresso. Okay, into the grays, and it looks like we have a few warm grays and a few cool grays. So we'll see which side these are on. This is 120. Looks more on the warm side. And then we have 067. On the pencil, it looks more like a warm gray. And yes, another warm gray. 119. This looks more like a cool gray. And yeah. And this one looks more like a warm gray again, 118. Yes. So I will group these together, and then these next couple must be cool grays also. 066. Well, yeah, I guess that's more on the cool side. And the last gray is 065. A little bit darker of a cool gray. And then finally black. And let's see how deep of a nice black this will be. 071. Not too bad. Pretty nice. Whoops, almost off camera. Pretty nice black. If we color it in real thick, it's pretty. Yeah, that feels in really nice. Okay, let's go back to that first tray and let's see what the heck I missed. All right, so we have 005, 006, and 004. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 006 and 005. Okay, so we got a buttery yellow. How did I miss that? And not just one, but three. Good heavens. 006. Batting 1,000 this morning. Oh, that's a pretty yellow. And this must be the 004. Sure enough. All right. There are some in here that are quite similar too, but there's a lot of pretty yellows in this set. So that is the 120 colors. Let's zoom back out. Okay, we'll come in a little bit closer than that. So what do we all have here? We have, like I said, a lot of pretty yellows. A few skin tones, but definitely need more in that area. Pretty coral, getting into some red oranges. This definitely has to move up. I don't see any real regular oranges in here though. You know, I think we could have used a regular orange. Maybe, you know, a true red or two. I don't, you know, really, this one kind of is, but a couple of these seem extremely close. This one and these two all seem very, very similar, where I think we could have used maybe another red or two. A ton of pinks. Again, some of these very, very similar in color to my eye anyhow, and we even have some more up here. The purples are pretty. These will definitely go with the reds. Couple of the purples, again, very similar. These two are very, very similar. And then we get into the blues. Again, you know, like these two, very, very similar. These two, this one's a hair more on the blue side. This one's got a little more green in, but, you know, some of these are really, really similar. This one's just a tad darker than that. These two, quite similar again. When we get into the greens, here's two, again, very similar. Here's two more, very, very similar. Then we get into the dark, dark greens. These two are quite similar. Getting into the browns. Nice selection of browns. Maybe could have used, you know, like a nice, I don't see any nice tans. That's the only thing I think it's missing, would be some tans. And I like the fact we don't have a gazillion grays for those of us who don't use the grays as much. But yet there's a nice selection of the few warm grays and cool grays, and then the black. So yeah, I think it does have a nice variety of color, and they are nice and vibrant. I do like them. They are nice and soft. They feel real good in the hand when you're coloring with them. The only thing about the colors themselves is I do feel there are too many colors that are too similar. We need, you know, we could eliminate some of that, give us some more skin tones, give us, you know, maybe a nice, really light blue, a nice orange and a nice red, and then, yeah, some tans here. So overall, I think they're a very nice set. Just some of the colors could be a little bit different. But other than that, I do like how they color. And I hope to color a picture with them sometime in the future. I have some of my other pencils that I'm probably going to use before these. Okay. Yeah, I have my Johanna Basford picture that I want to color with the Prismacolors. But I will eventually get to these Castle Art pencils, and we'll see how they actually work in a picture, because we all know swatching them out and actually coloring a picture with them are two different things. So that is that. This is, you know, the swatching out of all 120. Let me know if you have these colored pencils and what you think of them. They are nice and soft. If you've colored with them, how do you feel that they colored? So I hope you liked watching the swatching. Okay. Of these colored pencils. If you did, hit that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I hope everybody is having a fantastic Friday. I'm not sure what day this video is going to go up, but today is Friday. May go up over the weekend sometime. So yep, have a great weekend if I don't talk to you before then, which I think I should, because I think I will be making another video later today. So, as always, happy coloring. Bye, guys.